Luke Moran picks up the ball. James Tower plays it back and Trim. Again, they're being pressed high up the field. Jerry Dwan now has the ball. Second half has just started here. No score, no addition to the half-time score. Kieran O'Rourke now has the ball. Back to Kieran Caulfield. Trim just going through the hand pass. James Tower now, foot pass in towards Owen O'Connor. Doesn't gather it first time and the ball breaks away. It looked like it was off the ground, but it's that big man, Paulie Foley, coming forward onto his midfield partner, Conor Devereux. Conor's got Rourke trying to bottle him up. Looks like he fouled him. He does foul him. Rourke had his arms wrapped around him. The referee clearly indicates that. And it's going to be a free in now, but it's quite taken quickly, and it's back to Seamus Carroll. Seamus onto Oisin Foley, a fine player, this lad, John. Good hurler too, I believe. Plays the ball in, it's Dana's ball in. I know that's no foul there. The full forward. Oh, the ball is broken kindly here for Owen O'Connor. That's the Owen O'Connor wearing number 13, and the Dana's ball deflected. Oh, it's gone wide, and an absolute calamity there. I don't know what happened there. It's gone. The referee has given a 45. It couldn't have been. That had to be a wide ball. But anyway, what happened there was
the 45.
Yeah. The ball had been played in a few moments ago into the full forward line, and he had slipped. Bill Everston had slipped on the sandy surface in front of the goals, and the ball ricocheted around. He was still lying on the ground, and the ball came in a second time, and Peter came out to try and gather it. He seemed to trip over the man on the ground. The ball bobbled along and dribbled towards the goal line. Thankfully it just went by the post, and it's gone for a 45 that Andrew Butler has come out to take. So it's almost in front of the goals because the ball had just gone past the near post.
On the toes, lads.
So Andrew doesn't, he gets it short, it's dropping towards the square, towards up there, and the ball is Luke Moran picks up the pieces. Oh, and a loose hand pass from Kieran Caulfield, and they've won the ball back here now, and it's Kieran Kinlock plays the ball across to Conor Devereux. He's on the edge of the D, left footed, high, but it's going to go wide. Is it? It is.
Right, set it down.
A snatched effort there from Conor Devereux for their fourth wide of the afternoon. And as John says here beside me, Trim just need to settle things down here a little bit because it's been a scrappy sort of a start to the second half.
James Murray is warming up.
So Trim goes short with the kick out. Peter to Jerry Dwan. Jerry now soloing infield towards the 45, on towards Conor Quigley. Conor's under a bit of pressure here. There's three men around him. He still has the ball, but manages to get the hand pass away to Rob and continues his run. Takes the ball back off Rob. He's now towards the 45, the 65, beg your pardon. Plays the ball onto Kieran O'Rourke. Rourke now looks up, plays a ball, foot pass down the line towards Mikey Cullen. Mikey along the terrace sideline here. Takes his man on. Is he going to burn him? Tries to step inside. He's double teamed.
Come back, Mikey.
Has to go back to Conor Quigley. A loose hand pass.
Loose, Mikey.
And it's a big man in there. Paulie Foley is in there. And Seamus Carroll picks the ball up, and David Keogh now has it, and Crossbeg are coming out, and Crossbeg have their tails up here at the start of the second half. It's a hand pass over the top, and it's the number 12 Mark O'Connor has the ball, and now they've crossed into the Trim half of the field along the stand side, and they're breaking at pace and they have an advantage, and it's number 5, what a run from Robert Murphy, and it's a good
tackle
by Kieran O'Rourke. Is it back there? Brilliant tackle from Rourke. Rourke looks like he was fouled. His arm was dragged behind him. He's got three men around him. Crossbeg are fighting, and he's done for overcarrying.
We're getting nothing from this guy. We're getting absolutely nothing from this guy. He's a disgrace.
But Crossbeg are really working hard, John, off the ball, in fairness to them.
Yeah, but Rourke had his arm clearly pulled back when he went by the man.
Pulled back, yeah. For mouthing the ball, it was a free. Originally he was right on the sideline in front of the stand. For a bit of mouthing, the ball has been moved infield now.
This is a left-footed kick taken by a right-footed man.
Yeah, it improves the angle slightly, but as John said, it's the right-footed man that's on it, so it's still not an easy one for Andrew Butler. It's going to be short, is it? No, it goes in, it's over the bar. It's a 5 score. That's Andrew Butler's 4th score of the afternoon. 2-8, 10 points, 4 minutes gone, second half. Yeah, it looks like to me that James Murray is coming on, John. I think Kevin Riley is having a word with him there. James hadn't taken off his tracksuit. So the kick out goes. Kieran Caulfield hasn't really been in the game much today, John. Ronan Devereux, centre back, picks the ball. Long ball in towards the full forward line. The ball breaks. Well, good stuff there from Decky Dowling. Pops the ball back to Luke, but look at the pressure Luke's under. He's got 4 men around him, 5 men around him. He steps by 1, steps by 2, gets the hand pass away. Good stuff. Sean Fitz onto Conor Quigley. Conor breaks a strong tackle onto Kieran Caulfield. Kieran in the middle of the field.
Keep going, Kieran.
Kieran pops the ball out towards Dara Lynch. Dara solos back inside, but he's not going to get by his man that easy. He's a strong man. Dara holds onto the ball. Hand passes it in towards Mikey. Mikey's behind his man, but Dara has continued. The ball is broken to Dara. Great stuff from Dara. Back onto Mikey Cullen. Mikey bottled up, 3 men around him. Crossbeg turn the ball over, and out they come with it.
They can see.
Mark O'Connor now with the ball, a foot pass inside, a bit of a wrestling match going on inside. Luke Moore and Bill Evison, the 2 men go to the ground. Luke gets up quickly, the referee allows play to continue. He didn't see it, he was following the ball. Trim come away with the ball. Dougie now with a foot pass across the field, but it's going to be picked out here from the 13 working back. The rookie's around him, rookie's got a hand on the ball, and rookie's done for fouling them. I don't think it was a foul that time, John. It looked like rookie had a hand in on the ball, but it is going to be a free. But before the free is taken, Trim are going to make the substitution. James Murray is coming on. Dara Lynch goes off.
17, James Murray, number 12, Dara Lynch.
James Murray is coming on for. No, sorry, I thought this was 4 seconds. James Murray is coming on for Dara Lynch. 2-8, 10 points, 6 minutes gone. Crossbeg with the free. Quigley trying to get a hand in it. It's right in the halfway line here, but right in the sideline. Connor slips and allows Seamus Carroll pick up the ball. Seamus has the ball, gets by Dougie, chips the ball. It's going to go over the sideline, is it? Yes, it is. Luckily for Trim, that ball is going over the sideline, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Trim right here in halfway between the 21 and the 45-metre line. Luke Moore has the ball in his hand, clips the ball inside towards Dougie. Dougie comes on, takes the ball up. Hand passes the ball towards Kieran Caulfield. Kieran gets a little nudge from behind, doesn't manage to get out of possession. Seamus Carroll picks it up. Kieran is fouling him, but the referee allows play to continue, and the ball is broken now. Ronan Devereaux, who's been very, very good. This number 6, John, very, very good. Ronan Devereaux.
Count the frees there. That's 5 frees down for the second half already.
Ronan Devereaux chipped the ball in. Jerry Dwana has been deemed to have fouled his man, and it's another free for Crossbeg. I see a bit of action on their sideline as well. There's a sub ready to come on for Crossbeg. So the ball now is with Andrew Butler, who is between the 21 and the 45, slightly towards the terrace side of the field here, so it suits him with a right-footed kicker. Swings it in, but it's not turning. It's not turning. It's stayed out to the right and it stayed wide. He tried to kick that ball a bit too hard, I think, into the breeze.
Trim need to get an attack going here and get a score on the board. We're 7-8 minutes into the second half. We haven't had a shot yet.
Peter goes short of the kick out. Look where Dougie is taking the ball back. Dougie onto James Murray. James first possession. He's bottled up. He kind of dropped the ball rather than passed it, but it ended back to Dougie. Dougie's hand pass. Trim just can't get out of their own defensive. Can't get out of the defensive third of the field here. Crossbeg are swarming all over them here. And Crossbeg now have possession of the ball inside their 65. The ball is hand passed back. Seamus Carroll is on his own out here in the far sideline, and they managed to get a pass out to him. It's that big man, Paddy Foley, in the middle of the field, charging down here. Goes by 3 Trim men. Rob hits him high. The referee allows play to continue. But he gets his hand pass off. It's gone to Oisin Foley now. Oisin. A high ball. Is it going in towards the goals? No. Luckily enough for Trim, that ball is tailed to the right hand side and tailed wide. 8.5 minutes gone. 2-8 to 10 points. Trim haven't scored since the start of the second half. There's only been 1 score.
They were after giving away the ball too many times. Every time we get the second pass off, they're intercepting it, or it's a bad pass. We need to tighten it up.
Peter Farrell now with his kick out. But Crossbeg are working really, really hard off the ball. The ball is towards Rob Burke. The ball bounces in front of Rob. He gets the ball, but he gets a hit at the same time and goes to his knees, turns the ball over. Too easy, Rob. Tore that time, does get a free in, goes down bravely on the ball, takes a clip from troubles, gets the free. Trim are trying to take the quick free, and you can see Crossbeg trying to slow Trim down at every opportunity, John.
Now, the referee should sort that out as well. They can't be doing that.
Yeah. So Trim do get the free away. Decky Dowling, first time he's really seen had the ball in his hands, comes forward, kicks the ball in towards the forward. Mikey's got a half a yard on his man, comes out in front of his man. That man is Martin Redmond. Mikey's right over in the far on the stand side, steps inside, jinks back the other way, pops it off to James Murray. James to take him the ball on, but his right-footed kick. Ball is playing.
Great score, James Murray.
And James Murray with a wonder score, which might be just what Trim needed to get the kick-start them here in the second half. Good play from Decky Dowling, broke forward from the quick free, passed the ball to Mikey Cullen, who again, unselfish running from Mikey off the ball, got out in front of his man.
5 points up, aren't we?
Yeah, we're back where we were at half time, John. We're a point each to start the second half, so it's
15.
Yeah, so Trim back with 5 point lead, 10 minutes gone, second half. Crossbeg had the ball in the middle field. The man
he gave us a free.
Pick the ball up off the ground. He was trying to pick the ball up off the ground. Dougie stepped in to try and challenge him. It didn't look to me that Dougie had fouled him. Dougie kind of just...
I thought he gave Trim a free.
Yeah, he did. I think he did give Trim a free for the man. The second time the man tried to pick the ball off the ground, he was deemed with the referee to have touched it on the ground. So it's going to be a free. It's going to be a free for Trim. Dougie's got the ball in his hands. Dougie on his hunches here, catching his breath. It's between the 65 and the 45. Dougie having a little look. Mikey Cullen's made a lovely run, but he kicks the ball towards Aaron. Aaron's over on the stand side of the field, chips the ball into the middle of the field to the D, to Mikey Cullen. Mikey swivels, turns, puts the ball up, hits the post, it breaks out. But David Keogh, the fullback, reacts quickly. He gathers the ball. And the ball now is with Ronan Devereaux. Ronan steps inside. And Crossbeg are trying to work their way out. And they have managed to break the lines here. And now they're crossing, heading for the 65. Is that Seamus Carroll, I think, is that he pops the ball off. Lovely running off the ball from Crossbeg. Ball is kicked into the forwards. The man played on the ground there, surely, but it doesn't matter. It's gathered by Decky, and Decky clears the line. Now James Murray, who's made a big difference in the couple of minutes he's been on the field, has the ball. Hand passes it inside to Dougie. Dougie chips the ball in towards Mikey. Mikey's 21 metres out, turns inside, tries to draw the foul. The ball breaks kindly for him. He does get fouled. Right. Oh, the referee let him play on, and Mikey dragged the shot wide. Bit unlucky from Mikey. So 2-9, 10 points, 11 and a half minutes gone.
Well, at least we awoken from the little bit of a slumber we had in the first 8 minutes. So we need to keep it going, keep the pressure on.
Ben Turner with the kick out, goes long, but Trim have the numbers there. Sean Fitz gathers the ball, doesn't take the mark, carries on because he's space in front of him. He's charging down, he's heading up towards the 21 line. He steps up to take a shot, he chips it in, and he chips it over the bar. Great score there from Sean Fitz, won the kick out himself. On the 65-metre line.
He was wondering, he was tentative whether he was going to shoot or not.
Well, he steadied himself, John. He steadied himself. He had space, in fairness to him. He had a bit of space.
Great point.
So he soloed in at
gives a
speed,
6-point lead to Trim.
and he bounced the ball, slowed himself right down, steadied himself with his right foot, and popped the ball over the bar. And we have a sub coming over Crossbeg.
Number 22.
12 minutes gone into the second half here in Park Tolton. It's 2-10 to Trim, 10 points to Crossbeg. Last two scores from Trim.
So Aaron Cummins, number 22, is coming on in place of number 13, Keane Kinlock. Kick out, goes down the middle of the field, it bounces. James tries to get a hand on it, James Murray that is, but the ball does break for Ronan Devereaux. Ronan charging down the far side of the field, Trim the numbers back, it's Owen O'Connor back. Owen O'Connor turns his man, there's 4 men on the ball, and Trim going to come out with this ball. There's a great battle for possession going on, and it looks like it's going over the line. Trim have turned the ball over. Brilliant stuff, and you can hear the reaction.
On the Reds!
You hear the reaction of the Trim crowd there, John.
Yeah, lads are up for it, the crowd are up for it, the commentary are up for it, we're all up for it.
And Trim then technically fouled the ball there. Conor Quigley took the sideline ball, but he kicked it to a man who was no more than 2 metres away from him, and the referee has deemed a technical foul there.
Yeah, the referee is right, have to be honest.
Was correct, and it's a possession now.
Concentration there, come on lads.
It's a possession ball for Paddy Foley, who kicks a huge ball in, and Jared Dwan out in front of his man wins it. The ball breaks to James Tower, who gathers an awkward ball onto Sean Fitz. Sean Fitz gets the ball again, a little 1-2 there with James Murray. Now Owen O'Connor has the ball. James Tower now has the ball, left-footed ball into the forwards. Mikey again with that lovely run he makes, but he's out of the sideline here. He has the ball, he turns inside, solos, looks for Aaron Lynch. Aaron plays it off to James Murray. James steps inside one man, steps inside another man, and puts the ball on the bar. James's second score since he's come on. Brilliant stuff, but again, brilliant running from Mikey Cullen.
Yeah, it's like the angle he runs at, he gives a great wide option for the man that's on the ball. Another sub coming in here for Crossbeg. 13 minutes gone, 14 minutes gone, 2-11 Trim, 10 Crossbeg. The last 8 minutes have been very, very good from Trim. James Thor has changed his game up a bit in the second half. He's after getting a lot more ball, which is vital for Trim because he's one of our top players. It's vital that he gets on the ball.
So Ben Turner, the kick out. Instead of Rob Burke, is he underneath this? Goes over Rob's head, bounces off Decky Dowling's knee. Bit of a scramble possession. Kieran picks it up. Kieran Caulfield Gets the head up, left-footed ball. Another great run from Mikey Cullen. Look at Mikey now. Mikey rolls his man one way, turns it onto his left foot. This time he chips the ball across the field. Kieran's made his run. Kieran's run to the goals. Onto Lynchy. Lynchy steps inside. Oh, a great save on the line. Lynchy went for the goal.
Should have put it over anyway.
I'm not sure, John. I think the goal chance was on there. But a lovely bit of play there from Trim. It's going to be a free out here for Crossbeg.
I always say that when the lad missed or saved the goal, he should have put it over the bar. So.
Yeah, Lynchy did the right thing. He stepped inside. He stepped inside the goalkeeper.
I think Kieran maybe should have had a game himself.
Yeah, Kieran might have had a game, but it kind of, and the water break. Referee has called the water break. So the quality has continued, the excitement has continued, and thankfully Trim have continued in the vein of form. They struggled early on, John, the first 6 or 7 minutes to get a score in the second half, but since James Murray has come on, Trim seem to be re-energised, and James has kicked 2 lovely scores.
Yeah, he's kicked 2 lovely scores and brought a bit of energy into the... Now, Darren Lynch ran his socks off for the first 40 minutes of the game. I'd say his GPS figures are huge, but James has brought in, fresh legs, good footballer. First 8 minutes we were terrible, let's be honest about it. We gave away the ball continually, and we hadn't got a shot on goals for a point even in the first 8 minutes. But since then we have been absolutely class. Torres more in the game. Luke Moran has changed it up. He's playing from in front. Decky Down has got on ball. Sean Fisher has got on ball. He wasn't getting the first half. That's fine because they're vital men to our cause here. So the referee is not. Our lads are back out. That's great.
Yeah. The players are mad for action here. In fairness, a great sign that 2 teams have broken long before the referee has even whistled for them to come back out after the water break. Both teams are flying back to regain their positions. So both teams are up for it. So it's a great quality encounter here. Crossbeg's scoring rate has dropped a little bit. They've only scored 1 point in that quarter, John. Trim have scored 3. So we've gone to a stage now where we are 7. We're Trim now 7 points up at the water break. So we restart, and Crossbeg now are coming out with the ball. The goalkeeper comes out, plays the ball to him, but Decky Down's going to win this. Decky is up the field, plays on hand passes the ball to Owen O'Connor, almost 45 metres out, onto Dougie, in front of the terrace side. Dougie turns back inside, lays it off to Kieran Caulfield. Trim now just steadying the game down a little bit. Rob Burke bounces the ball, solos it, has a little up, surveys his options. Dougie, who's moving all over the place, gets the ball up, hand passes back to James Thor, onto James Murray. James clips a nice ball out towards Kieran O'Rourke. Kieran O'Rourke, the referee gives him a mark inside the 45, but Kieran has played on, he's right over the far sideline. Connor Quigley now has the ball. And who's got this now? Trim and trying to break through the ball. Rob Burke stumbles, he's got 3 men around him, he's going to lose this ball. He is. He's really lucky. He stumbled as he stepped inside, lost his footing, and he was swarmed with 3 men. So the Crossbeg start. Oisin Foley is back helping out. The ball's right over in front of the stand sign. James Murray slips. Crossbeg maintain possession. Rob puts a big hit on his man as he tried to get through there. Great hits there, but the ball has worked its way to Paulie Foley. But look, there's 4 or 5 Trim men around him, and one of them is deemed to have a foul. The referee has gone to his book this time.
Free. No,
he's got the yellow card out, I think. So it's Owen O'Connor, I think, that's going to go in the book. I don't think it was. I think maybe for his 3rd or 4th offence, I think. So Owen O'Connor, first yellow card of the afternoon. So it's going to be a free for Crossbeg. But Trim have had time to get their players back into position. It's a long foot pass in towards Bill Everston. Lukey breaks the ball down this time, and Luke has stepped his game up big time. And Trim are going to under a bit of pressure here, but they scramble, the ball's on the ground, and the referee is penalised. So it's going to be a quick free in. Who's that was penalised for handling the ball on the ground? Kieran O'Rourke was penalised for handling the ball on the ground. There's going to be a free in across the Crossbeg, 21 metres out over the far sideline, the far side, and Andrew Butler was going over to take it. He missed one from here earlier on, but
another sub for Crossbeg. Crossbeg, what? Ballymurn, is it?
Ballymurn.
They're 2 small parishes just north and west of town, isn't that it?
Number 24,
John is out there.
Place number 12, Mark O'Connor.
Clara 2 up. We missed.
Clara 2 up with it.
That ringing in your ear there, yeah?
Yeah, you're back. So it's a free for Crossbeg. 21 yards out. Dane's looping ball in, goes right across the field. So Andrew Butler, who started the game very, very well with the frees, has missed the last couple. And the score remains 2-11 to Trim, 10 points to Crossbeg, 18 and a half minutes gone here. In ever gloomier Port Tolson here this afternoon.
It's gone a bit cold.
Peter goes long, right down the middle of the ground. Rob Burke underneath it. Ball breaks. It's Conor Creeley is stepping over. He's going to the sideline. Conor's going to have to get this ball. He gathers it, but he stumbles, he falls as he gathers it. It's very sandy over there. Conor slipped across the line, so it's a sideline ball for Crossbeg, who are trying to show a bit of urgency, but Trim have up their game. In fairness, Crossbeg play the ball down the line, and Decky is in front there, breaks the ball down. James Thor now comes out, hand passes the ball on to James Murray. James hand passes to Dougie. Dougie's running right along in front of the stand here. The Forest turns back, holds onto the ball, might have overcarried it, gets away with it, has to double back all the way, plays hand pass the ball inside to Rob Burke. Rob changes the angle, kicks the ball across the field to Jerry Dwan. Jerry Dwan, who crosses the halfway line. A lovely foot pass from Jerry Dwan to Aaron Lynch. Aaron is 21 metres out.
Take him on, Aaron.
On the terrace side, steps inside, steps back outside, onto his right foot. What a score! What a score!
What a score! He cut across that with his right foot, bent it over the black spot. What a score!
Aaron had the ball here in front of us on the terrace side, soloed as if he was going to take his man on the inside. He went inside, then he turned back on his outside, John. Made the angle worse for himself.
Like Aaron Ramsdale there, he cut it with his right foot and landed right over the bar.
He sliced the ball with the outside of his right foot and
2-12 to 10 points.
Over the bar.
20 minutes gone.
Long kick out down the middle of the field. Torr gathers the ball into the field. Torr is up to the ante here in the second half. Hand passes out to Dougie. Dougie's got Rourke charging down the outside. Rourke now out to Mikey Cullen. Mikey at a tricky angle. Mikey slots it over the bar.
Bye, Mikey!
And it's a feature, John, of Trim. They're scoring in fits.
Fits and starts.
Fits and starts. You know,
thanks for God, there's plenty of them fits and starts.
There is.
2-13 to
10 points. 9 points. Trim all of a sudden have pushed it out to 9 points with 10 minutes to go.
In fairness, Crossbeg have no answer for Aaron Lynch and Mikey Cullen. Absolutely no answer. Actually, no team had this year.
Long kick out again, and Torr wins it again. Brilliant stuff from Torr.
Absolutely brilliant second half from James Torr. James Murray very, very quiet by his standards in the first half. On to Kieran O'Rourke. And all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes, Trim have just totally got this game by the scruff of the neck. Fitzy with a loopy pass out towards Kieran O'Rourke, but Kieran's under no real pressure here. He crosses the 45, hand passes it back to Sean Fitzgerald. Sean has a left-footed ball across the field. Aaron running a lovely angle, and Aaron turns, and Aaron slots exhibition stuff now. Well done.
Aaron's 5th score of the afternoon, as John said, exhibition stuff, and all of a sudden Trim have just clicked.
I think the wind is out of Crossbeg Ballymurn's sails now. They seem a little bit dejected. They're moving lads all over the place here.
Yeah.
They probably need to win this kick out and get a score if they're going to have any chance.
So they restart with a kick out and they've stepped inside here. Robert Murphy has the ball. He's unsure now all of a sudden what to do with it. But he goes around Mikey Cullen, comes forward, and looks like he's fouled the ball and allows Owen O'Connor to get a hit in him. He's under a bit of pressure, but he does pop the ball off to Ronan Devereux. Ronan, the lovely low ball inside, and a little shove in the back from Luke. And I see that Paulie Foley has moved in full forward there for Crossbeg, and the ball, he was out in front of Luke that time. Luke was under a bit of pressure, gave him a little nudge in the back.
It's the first time this half that Luke was actually behind his man, and it's the same result as the first half. But you know, Luke has had a very good second half as well. Excuse me. They probably have that.
Looks like Ian Birmingham almost ready to come on here on the far side for Trim. Luke's getting his name taken here, I think, John.
Yeah.
That's the second or third.
He was ticked. Point here. They probably need a goal.
He was ticked in the first half, so it's a yellow card for Luke. It's only the second yellow card of the game.
They're 10 points down here. They need a goal with 8 minutes left. Oh yeah, he lobs it in.
Lobs it into the square. Dangerous ball. A big win in the middle of the square. There's Trim square all around. The ball breaks at the far side. The ball is still in the square. It's a right scrum for possession. The ball has hit the ground, and there's players all over the place. Where's the ball gone? And Trim managed to win possession. And Trim have worked the ball clear. James Torr rides the tackle, and now soloing down along the sand side of the ground, kicks the ball in towards Aaron Lynch. Aaron, the ball bounces up awkwardly. Aaron flicks it inside. There's two Trim men charging down the ball. Mikey Cullen from nowhere manages to win the ball, picks the ball up. Mikey's absolutely superb in the second half. Hand passes on to James Murray. Kieran Caulfield, and Mikey has picked the ball up again. Mikey taking his man on the outside, 4 men around him, but he just hand passes it back to James Murray. James steps inside, shimmies back, plays the ball back to Owen O'Connor, to Kieran Caulfield. Kieran Caulfield onto Mikey Cullen again. The pace has gone out of the Trim attack, but Trim won't mind, they're 10 points up. But Owen O'Connor now has the ball on the far side. He's told to go back, and the ball is played. James Murray plays the ball back. Sean Fitz has the ball. Sean Fitz soloing, just slowing it down, waiting for runners, but pops it onto Dougie.
As Jim Gavin is saying, Trimmer's thinking with the process.
Dougie onto James Tower, who's good way up the field, steps inside onto his right foot, but he decides to pop it onto Dougie. Dougie charges through, the ball bounces awkwardly for him. The good full-back play from David Keogh. Looked like Dougie was into the goals. He was forced back. Dougie tries to play the ball across the square, but Seamus Carroll read that.
Back, lads, back!
And Andrew Butler, who's the main danger man for Crossbeg, is back helping on his own full-back line. And it's a free out, and Trim won't be too fussy. The ball bounces very awkwardly there for Andrew Butler. He has the ball. Caulfield puts him under all sorts of pressure. Decky Dowling is there, pressure. The man is there, the sub. It's Aaron Kearns. There's men all over the play here. The wild foot's gone in there from Andrew Butler. And it's the first little bit of indiscipline I've seen from Crossbeg all day, John. A little bit of a wild swing of the foot there. Frustration there from Andrew Butler.
Kind of the whip of a beaten team, I suppose, you know. They have been very, very good, say, for 40 minutes of this game, but Trim have totally outclassed them here in the last 10 minutes, we'll say 20 minutes. See, is that Ian Birmingham getting ready over there? It is.
It is.
Number 20, Joe Kelly. Replaces number 14, Bill
Joyce is coming on as well.
Kieran up with the free, goes back to Decky Dowling. Decky, and the pace has just gone out of the game here the last few minutes, John.
Dare I say it, the game has been over for the last 5 minutes.
Lovely left-footed pass from Kieran O'Rourke into Mikey Cullen. Mikey's out. He's out on the sideline here, but he's trying to jostle his man, shoves his man off while holding on to possession. Tries to step inside. Hand passes on to Lynchy. There's 3 men around Lynchy. Lynchy tries to swivel out of possession. He surely got he was fouled, referee. Men dragging out him right in front of the referee, but he coughs the ball up, and out come Crossbeg with the ball. Trim still fighting a little bit all around, and a great turnover from James Murray and James Toher, and a little bit of silliness here creeping into the game.
A spear tackle there. Your man lifted James Murray up and threw him back down on the ground.
Yeah, so the referee has the notebook out. The referee was there.
In fairness, fair play to James Toher. He wasn't taking any of that.
No, James Toher stepped in to protect his teammate.
Your man is at 9.
Number 21 in Birmingham, replaces number 6.
So Ian Birmingham is coming on for James Toher.
Kieran Caulfield's gone in centre back, and Ian Birmingham's got a wing back, or wing forward. Kieran Joyce getting ready to come in, Mullers getting ready to come in. Fair play to Kevin Riley and his managing team. They're giving the bench a run, emptying the bench. Leinster final due now, please God, in mid-January.
Trim have the ball now. Aaron Lynch looked like he almost caught a high tackle there. The referee allows play to go on. Back to Lynchy. He's a good bit out. Right footed, pops it in and pops it over the bar.
Make that 11.
On the Reds. So Lynchy's 6th score of the afternoon. 2:15 to 10 points.
Wait, Joycey!
Joycey is coming on now for Owen O'Connor. There's sub coming over Trim. Paul Munnelly coming in as well for Conor Quigley.
Number 18 for Munnelly, replaces number 5, Conor Quigley.
Kick out straight down the middle of the field. Crossbeg win it. Hoof, high ball in towards it. Lukey's under a bit of pressure there, but the ball does break. Paulie Foley picks the ball up. shrugs his man off. Big man, this lad. Joycey doesn't take any of that nonsense and puts the man down. That's a free in for Crossbeg. So Andrew Butler, the man who started brightly, he's going to lob this into the square again, I imagine. Does kick it in towards the square. The ball breaks down to Seamus. Carroll dribbles the ball on the line. There's a man on the line there, managed to get the ball out. There's a right scrum for possession inside the square. The referee's got to throw this ball up. There's 3 or 4 men had fallen on it, onto the ball.
Yeah, he has to bring it out to the 14 and throw it up.
Yeah, he's going to bring it out to the and throw the ball up. So 28.5 minutes gone, 2:15 trim, 10 points Crossbeg.
Can't bring it out to 21. It's the 14 he should run out there. It's 21 in Hurrah.
21 in Hurrah. And anyway, the ball is broken. Trim have gathered it. Decky Dowling wins it. Plays on towards James Murray. A tricky ball, but James does well to gather it. Jerry Dwan pops the ball off to Dougie. Dougie now steps inside his man. Has a little look onto Munners. Munners gets a touch. Foot pass didn't do Rob Burke any favours, but Trim copped the possession. Seamus Carroll coming away with the ball, but Trim still hunting the numbers. The ball is kicked in towards Lukey, gets out in front of his man this time. The big strong man rolls Lukey, Paddy Foley. Munners is charging back, gets the near hand in to try and force the tackle. Good stuff from Munners there. The man did get a hand pass away, but he was under pressure and he passed it across the field, and Jerry Dwan read it and intercepted it. And now Trimmer coming out with James Murray. James gets the ball back to Rourke onto Jared Dwan. Jared steps inside to Dougie. Dougie's got a man behind him, pulling and dragging at him, and Dougie just keeps his calm, gets the free, holds onto the possession. And we've another sub coming in here for Trim.
Ben Holden.
Number 19, Ben Holden replaces number 4, Declan Derrick.
This is 4, 5.
So Ben comes in, and we're getting word here that Clara are a point up in injury time in the other semi-final that's taking place down in Tullamore today. They're playing Kilcock. So
There's
4 minutes of injury time to be played, so we're almost a minute into that. The ball has gone in there. Lynchy challenges as David Keogh, soccer style, gets the ball away, but Roland Devereux is back there. Roland picks the ball up and kicks the ball inside, and Paddy Foley, who's been effective since he got the last 2 minutes, is into the full forward, but the game was up, and now Sun bearing down the goals here for Crossbeg, but Luke reads it, pops it, intercepts it, back to Munners. Munners kicks the ball onto Ian Birmingham. Ian has a little look inside and doesn't do James any favours there. James, of course, will be playing for Trim Hurlers tomorrow in the 21 final against Clonagale. Dougie, Rourke again with a hand in onto the ball goes to Sean Fitz. Sean Fitz gives it back to Rourke. Rourke's charging out, another left-footed kick onto Mikey Cullen, who must have ran 25 kilometres here today. Mikey gets inside, surely he's been fouled. The referee doesn't do him any favours, but Mikey just plays on nonchalantly, swings his right foot at it, but this time he pushes it slightly to the right hand side.
That's only Trim's third wide, isn't it?
That's only Trim's third wide at the afternoon, so fantastic accurate play from our inside forwards. So Ben Turner with the kick out, goes long. Rob Burke doesn't gather it, breaks it down, tries to break it down for himself. Ian Birmingham tries to win it, and Ian is judged to have been fouled that time as he was trying to win the ball, and the referee was given a free in. Rob Burke grabs the ball from the man, takes the short free to Dougie, and Trim are just going through the motions here now for the last couple of minutes. 2 minutes to go, and Trim comfortably 11 points to the good. So Dougie now with the ball steps inside, hand passes the ball onto Kieran Caulfield. Kieran chips the ball inside towards Mikey Cullen, and Mikey just that time took his eye off it, didn't gather it, but does it the second attempt. Back to Lynchy. Lynchy, what a lovely
he walked into three.
There was 2 men charging down on his right hand side. He did a little trick sold the dummy to 2 of them, but there was a third man coming in and clipped him and ended him up, put him on his backside. He looks a bit winded there now, but I'm sure he's fine. And the ball is now down in with Andrew Butler down at the other end of the field. He pops the ball on here to, I think it's Mark Byrne. Mark steps inside, gets the solo wrong. Ian Birmingham, it's a good challenge in. And Trim are working tirelessly as we're in the 34th minute here of the second half. And the ball now is with Aaron Cummins. Aaron plays the ball across the field. A whistle blew in the crowd, which caused the player to stop, but the referee wasn't the referee. Play continues. Crossbeg charging on the goals here, but Trim have 8-10 people behind the ball trying to hold the goal, and a brilliant shot, what a save from Peter Farrell, and wide. The ball was played to Paddy Foley.
Peter didn't know much about that one, and hit him with the chest.
Louded, and Paddy Foley hit an absolute rocket of a shot from 20 metres out, drilled straight down, and it hit Peter in the chest, bounced off him to the corner forward, Andrew Butler, on the ground, who tried soccer style, tried to sidestep Peter. He did do that, but he miscued the shot then, it slid off his foot and it went wide. So Peter, take his time with this kick out. It's 34 minutes are up. And we believe Clara have won the other match 1-9 to 1-7. So the ball is across the far side of the field.
James! Clara won by a pint. Yeah.
2 points. Anyway,
2 points.
Yeah. Anyway, the free in, and Crossbeg are trying to get a goal to finish this game, and Jerry Dewan bravely charges across the field, gathers that ball.
Well done, Trim.
Whistle goes, and Trim march on to their first ever Leinster final, on a final score here today of 2-15 to Trim and 10 points to Crossbeg. Thank you very much, and we will be back with Reds TV down in a moment's time. Thank you.